What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, Misadventures in Startups. On today's video, I want to talk about how to rename a React Native project. In my opinion, this is one of the more kind of annoying or poorly designed parts of React Native. When you create a new React Native project, I'm not sure if it's too hard to come up with the original name, but at least your package name, your unique identifier, your super sweet website your super sweet app that you use to distinguish your app from other people's apps on the Play Store or the App Store, that doesn't get set. You have to use like a different tool to change that package name. It's like a little bit of a frustrating thing, so that's why I want to shoot a video about it, because I'm working on an app at the moment. It was called Happening Meow. It's kind of a corny name. It's like a Twitter app that I was building for my portfolio. It doesn't really matter what the app does, but I decided to change the name to something a little bit less corny, per the advice of one of my friends. So I'm changing it from Happening Meow just to Happening Now. It's an app that shows tweets in real time as they come in. Anyway, alright, so let's get to it. So what you're going to need is this tool, it's a Node package called React Native Rename. And nothing's usually as easy as just the little one-line example that typically is shown in how to do this stuff. So I'm going to go, you need to install it, and then supposedly all you got to do is call React Native Rename. But I imagine there's going to be more to it than that, because there always is. So my project, I need to go to this directory. Move this so you guys can see it here. And then I've already installed this, but if you haven't installed it, you'll need to call something like npm install React Native rename -g for global. But I've already done that, so I'm not going to do that here. React Native rename. And then for your name, if you have a space in the name of your app, like if it's 2 words, you're going to want to use quotes. Happening Now. And then I think for the bundle identifier, you need to put this flag -b. And that ought to change the name of the app and the bundle identifier. I think that's only actually going to work for Android. I think for iOS, I'm going to maybe have to fire up like Xcode to change that part. Let's see. All right. So it says pod file has been modified. Please run pod install inside the iOS directory. Please make sure to run watchman, watchdel all, and npm start -- reset cache before running the app. So we'll go into the iOS directory and we'll do pod install. Now I saw a bunch of stuff on there about tvOS and stuff like that. I think that's more stuff that's probably going to break the app, but we'll see. And then not sure where I need to do this watchman. Alright, so we're going to run, I forget what this is called, the little server that you run. I think it's for hot reloading, so you can reload your JavaScript without having to rebuild the whole app. I guess we'll see what it's called. It's called Metro Server. All right, so we're running this Metro server now. And when I'm messing around with this stuff, I like to run my projects on my actual like Android smartphone. At least on Android. On iOS, I guess on iOS, sometimes I run from the simulator. But we'll see here if this works. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to delete the old version of the app. Let's see if this works here. So we're going to need to fire up a new terminal window. And we'll log into that main directory where the project is. And we'll try and run it. We'll see if this works. So I'm going to say npx react native run Android. All right, well, I think it's working. Let's see here. I think, oh, we should start seeing some tweets flash across the screen. All right, so I think it worked. We'll see here if it really renamed the... All right, it looks like it renamed it and it handled the changing the bundle identifier and all that. Now for iOS, I don't think it's going to be quite as easy. So I've got an iPhone here I'm going to plug it into. And if you want to run your, I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you've already gotten to the step of running the app. But in case you didn't know, if you're trying to run your React Native app on a physical device, an iPhone, the command line tool I don't think really works for launching it. You got to launch it from Xcode. So we're going to fire up Xcode here. Oh, my dog wants in. Come in, Griff. Come in. Jump up on that bed, Griff. Jump up. Jump up. Oh, I gotta move these pillows or I'll eat them. All right. All right, well, it looks like I was wrong. It really was just as easy as calling React Native rename or whatever. That's all I had to do. However, when I first started this project up, there was a lot of stuff I had to do for like code signing and whatnot. Like you have to go in and say, hey, what developer, what provisioning profile, or I don't know what all that stuff is. But it looks like it's working. So, if you need to rename your React Native app, install React Native rename, run the little terminal command, and you should be in business. Hope that somebody finds this helpful, and see you again on another episode of Misadventures in Startups.